I guess you could say this GM is grounded. Ah, oh, come on, guys. It's been a while since I said bad pun. How's it going, guys? It is Plastic Disaster back with another review, and today we are going to take a look at the Master Grade GM Ground type from one of my favorite Gundam series, the 08th MS Team. Before I move on to review, just a little quick thing. When I first saw this kit, I was kind of on the fence on it, but my love for 8th MS Team overcame, and that's how I end up with this kit in my hands. So take a look at the box art. We see the GM ground type firing its missile launcher, and you got his buddy right behind him. We got to this side of the box, just shows off the long range beam rifle, some action poses, weapon layout, the hands, and the missile launcher. This side of the box, we got the front and rear shot of the model kit. We got some close-ups of different areas of the body and the inner frame. After opening the box, we got 5 bags of runners and a manual. Looking at the cover of the manual is the usual early 2000s Master Grade cover manual. And opening it up, we got some nice illustrations and some information. And over here, parts list, well, looks like we're gonna have one extra part and a bunch of leftover polycaps. Moving along with the manual, looks like we got a ton of information of the head, body, legs, and on the next page, we got some information about the weapons. And in the middle of the manual, we got some more images of the model kit. Oh, look, it's the ground Gundam. And over here, got the color guide and more images. And moving on to the second to last page of the manual, got a little ad of the ground and the EZ8. Shows how compatible it is with the ground GM. Unfortunately, I do not have these kits. And right over here is a sticker placement where you can place the marking decals. And on the back of the manual, I have to turn sideways. We have a familiar images of the front and the rear of the model kit. Runner A is going to be all like 10 parts, and if you look right over here, it shows this runner is also shared with not only the ground GM, but with the ground Gundam and the Gundam EZ8 as well. Runner B is going to be the inner frame parts, and once again, these three share the same runner. Runner Z is going to be the orange parts. Runner D is going to be more of the inner frame parts. And going a little bit out of order in terms of the alphabet, runners E and G is going to be the rest of the light tan parts, while you have runner F is going to be the parts for the guns. And 2 runner H, those are parts for the missile launcher, and you also have runner I is going to be parts for the long beam rifle. Or is it sniper rifle? I don't know, you decide. For K is going to be the eyepiece. Next up, we have one big polycap runner. We got some hand parts. Just to quickly round things up, we got a marking decal sticker, dry transfer, color correcting, this little red plastic jewel that goes onto the long beam rifle or sniper, and a bag of screws. Alright, so that's gonna be it for the unboxing, and how could I forget this little beam saber runner? Shame on me. So far, I am a little intrigued, and by the time this video is released, this kit is already like, what, 24, 25 years old. So we'll see how well this kit aged. I'm gonna put this together right now. I'll see you guys right after. Okay, and here is the ground GM all put together, and just get out of the way. Yes, as you're building this kit, it does show its age. But if we are looking on the bright side, the color separation is actually not bad. I will give credit to Bandai because the only thing that you had to deal with is the one on the side of the torso, but it could go as a pattern line detail, and the one on the side of the head. And now moving on to stickers. These two goes onto the head, like this one right here goes onto the forehead right here, but if you look really closely, it's actually a clear green piece. That's actually pretty cool. And this right here goes onto the back of the head. And these little gray stickers right here, they go onto the lower legs of the kit. this rectangle green sticker goes onto the beam rifle, while this little red circle right here goes right, other way, right here on the missile launcher. So that's gonna be it for the out-of-box presentation. Once again, I gotta give some props to Bandai for rocking the appearance part, but as for the feel of the kit, we'll find out later on in the review. So moving on with the accessories, starting off with hand options. What you see on the kit is one of those, 3-finger trigger finger splits on the hand, and there's a ball joint on the thumb. Next up, you have 2 open palm hands and 2 closed fists. And we also have a trigger finger hand that is dedicated to this sniper rifle or beam rifle, whichever you call it. But the problem is, it's pretty loose. And yeah, I know this clear red plastic is supposed to go right here. Since we're on this gun right here, the secondary handle can move side to side. Except you have this little machine gun right here. The stock can fold out there, and the secondary handle can swing out. And the cool part is you got this little magazine right here, which can't be removed, and you got 2 extra ones stored on the side skirt. Except you have the beam rifle, which can swing side to side for the secondary handle. And notice for the beam rifle and this little machine gun right here, there's no tab on the handle because you have to use the articulated hand to grip on the gun. And speaking of the grip, yeah, it's not the best. And that goes the same for the missile launcher right here. And since we're on the missile launcher, the main handle moves down right here. This little chain can swing forwards and backwards. And the cool part is not only do you get 3, but you also get an extra one of these little missile pods. Make it look like it's firing, you're gonna have to pop off one of the caps right here, get one of these missiles out. Oh wait, psych, that one's a little stuck. So you pull this inactive missile out, and you got the active one right here. And you can tell one has these little things folded out, and the other one doesn't. And you get 2 of these, by the way, and this is what it looks like. Next up, you have 2 beam saber effect parts, and the beam saber handles are located on the legs. Now on my copy, this one right here likes to come off, like the whole thing likes to pop out, because usually it's supposed to slide out like, oh, I guess it's decided to behave this time on camera. But this is where the beam saber handle is. Next, you have its shield. This little tab right here plugs into the side of the arm, and it can also extend forward, make it look like a jabbing weapon. As for the extra parts, you get a 1/100 scale pilot, which kind of looks like Shiro Amada. You got these little detailed parts. You can just cut them off the rudder and just glue it anywhere. Finally, you got these alternate shoulder parts, so if you're not a fan of these designs, you always have this one. So moving on with articulation, there's a ball joint on the head, and for the shoulder, it is on a ball joint as well. It can go up this far, get a bicep swivel, double bend on the elbow, ball joint on the wrist. And for the torso, you're just gonna get a ball joint. Front skirt move out this far, the side skirt can move out that far, it can rotate a little bit. And for the back skirt, it does not move. As for the legs, it can shift forwards and backwards. It's pretty interesting. It's also on a ball joint, bend at the knee, about 90. Moving on down to the feet, the ankle armor can move up and down. The foot can swing forwards this far, it can move back that far. It doesn't rotate. And as for the pivot, and just a very tiny bit. And moving on to the backpack, the thruster can swing forwards and backwards. Overall, the articulation, well, if it doesn't impress you, I don't blame you. Hey, it also has that opening cockpit gimmick that every Master Grade has, right? And you also have this one little thing that pokes up. So moving on to size comparisons, here it is right next to the standard size GM Sniper 2. Obviously, they're both the same height, running around 18 meters tall. And finally, here it is right next to Optimus Prime, SD Ariel, and Lego Batman. So that's going to be it for the size comparisons. Let's move on to my final thoughts. So moving on to my final thoughts, overall, I don't think it's terrible. I mean, I do see some potential with this kit. I mean, like, you can make something cool out of it. Example, a cool diorama. Or let's say you want to get into or practice weathering. This kit is a good start. So in the end, if this kit doesn't appeal to you, again, I don't blame you. Or if you want to take a shot at it, be my guest. For me, I got this kit because I love the 8th MS Team anime. I know some of you say, oh, just build the HGUC version of it. Yes, I do have it. I just need to dig around in my backlog. Okay, so that's gonna be it for the review. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Questions, concerns, comment down below. See you guys in the next video. So, Bandai, when are you going to do the Ground Gundam 2.0 kit so we can use that interframe for the EZ8 and the Ground GM?